everybody. Just going to take a few minutes and let everybody come on into the space, and we'll get everybody invited in. Please feel free to put up your hand if you want to talk, and I need longer music than that. Let's do this. How's the volume? Oh, this good.
Good afternoon.
Cool. My computer does not want to play music from Discord while we're hosting the space. I'm going to get that back up here in just a second. Do something. Yeah. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the InternatioNOUNS Soapbox. We're really having an exciting day today, but we're missing some people because of the confusion with the time change, I think. But I'm very glad everybody's here. I want everybody to know this is open talk. We're going to start with we're building a core team of people who have been actively proliferating around the world. Sorry, I'm so happy I'm crying. I do that sometimes. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys kind of go around and introduce yourselves and tell us what's going on in your community. And then we'll take a minute. Actually, let's take a minute to retweet the room right now. If you just hit the little talk bubble down at the bottom and then the retweet, we've got an NFT to give away for someone from the Twitter picker and lots of exciting news. But I want to start with everybody saying hi. So go crazy.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good, thanks.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Who wants to go first? Should I name?
I'll start, I guess.
Cool.
I'll go ahead and start.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is David Meireles. I go by SystemDM on Twitter, and I'm a artist and architect from Dominican Republic, and I've been sort of participating in the Nouns ecosystem for a few months. for what seems like years, but it's been a couple of months. Things go so fast, and just working on different projects, and now glad to be a part of InternatioNOUNS, which is an amazing idea.
We're very, very happy to have you with us, Stefan.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, Japan, what you got?
Hello, everyone from Japan.
Papa.
Papa. My name is Mitsuki Green from Nounsdao, Japan, but I living in the other country, USA though. Let me introduce myself. I'm also creating my NFT collection, which is about dancing because I am basically a dancer. So I am dancer and also a member of Nounsdao Japan to explain what's going on in our community, Nounsdao Japan. Thank you.
Thank you. Where is the baton?
Sorry, to me?
Oh yes, I was wondering where they are in the baton relay.
A baton relay, yes, it's going on to the now Miyagi prefecture now. So it's going down to the main city Tokyo. It is now in north part of Japan, but it's going on.
Pepes, how about you today? You ready?
Hey, yeah. I just kind of saw this space and decided to join in. I'm working on a project myself. Actually, I'm working on the project is called Noun Peepos. I'll be dropping that soon, and actually just released my first project, which is called Bento Blocks. So I'm a huge fan of the Japanese culture. Hope to get over there soon one day.
Very cool. I've been able to watch you a little bit. Things have been chaotic.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I've been watching you out there, so I'm so really happy that you showed up today.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I actually I'm not officially a member of any of the Nouns DAOs or anything like that, or the Nouncil, but I need to get on that, I think.
It's okay. I think you proliferate nouns a little bit, don't you?
Oh,
and that's
sure.
really what it's all
where
about.
I can.
That's what it's all about. Awesome. So everyone, I've invited a lot of people up to speak, so you're very welcome to just hop in. I guess I'll go through a little brief overview of what the heck we are. So we are a soapbox of the Noun Square. And the Noun Square was started as a Twitter space at Noun o'clock to celebrate the end of the Noun auction and the birth of a new noun each day. It's run by a community of Nouns DAO and Noun o'clock enthusiasts. So Noun o'clock is the time that the new noun is minted each day. And they created a game from it called FOMO, where we get to log in every day and up or down vote the next noun. And sometimes we get rugged, sometimes we don't, but it is truly a lot of fun. And it's so cool each day to see that machine to bring money into the system that is allowing us to do things that we love and create and build and write and all those things that we do to proliferate nouns. So it's a very big honor to be a part of that. And I'm really excited about it. So they started doing Soapbox shows, which are weekly shows that are run from the main Noun Square account. And we are one of those little guys. So we do this every week. Historically, we've been a small group of builders just kind of chatting. And I think that will continue. But we certainly are moving towards wanting to have different builders from all around the world in different languages coming on the show, and kind of doing what I do, but then in other languages, so that there can be some crossover into the new languages. And we're also hoping to bring up and help people practice doing their own spaces and hosting and being involved in these shows so that they can do their own shows. however those play out. And quite a few people have got their own spaces going, and I'm trying desperately to get a list of everybody, but it is amazing how many people there are. And I don't even have a full list of them yet, and I've been trying to collect them for months. So we're around the world a lot more than we think we are, and we have people out there working and building and onboarding people into Web3 and nouns that we haven't even found yet. And so my goal is to find us all and bring us together and see what we can do to share tools and resources and repurposing things, helping people translate, all kinds of goodies like that. So we are very fortunate because today we received approval for a small grant from Noun 22, and we are going to be doing a contest, an art contest based on an image that I sent out earlier, but I will tomorrow morning I will send out a big tweet with all of the information in it. So the basic idea is to create something that expresses how the early noun builders received and created, and those builders are now moving across the whole world. And that's awesome. So we're going to take the prizes. Prizes will be given to the winners of this contest. And then we are going to mint limited edition NFTs for these winners. Excuse me. And the sales from that are going to be split. And 50% is going to go into a fund for more prizes. And 50% is going to go into a fund that will be used for a Coordinate round or something similar for people who are helping with this initiative in various ways. And there's a little bit for expenses in there too. But and then if there are residual NFT sales, 10% of that will go back to the Noun Square team to use as they wish. So we are really thrilled and honored. And it's a very happy day.
It sounds so cool. I'm so happy we got that. That's amazing. So we're starting with our first contest.
We will be starting our first contest. I'm going to try to get it out tomorrow because this all happens so fast. And yes, nouns grow at the speed of light. And you were talking about it feels like years. It really does. I can't believe that I only encountered many of you just a few months ago. And
exactly.
It's
amazing. I think it's hats off to you also for getting all this together, and I think well, I'm super excited about the beginning of InternatioNOUNS and the contests and all, and I can't wait to see what people come up with, what all amazing art and community we're going to build here.
Me too. And we've got all kinds of things going on. We're building a Discord, which it's live now, but we're still really working on it. But we have in there auto-translate channels. So if you come in and choose English and you post in general, your message goes out from there and then is translated and posted in general for all these other languages. So you can literally be in a different language. You don't see the other language at all. And you're getting messages from all around the world. So there are all kinds of yeah, it's neat. We're about 80% there as far as getting the channels tweaked because it's just super complicated with all of the settings and things, and with 11 languages. It's
44. That's excellent, because usually what happens is you have the separate language channels in the Discords, and then everybody kind of stays in their own little groups, and nobody really speaks together. And this way we can all communicate, and it's pretty cool, very cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I like it too. And I think it's been a lot of fun. So if you go in there and your channel is test in your language, that's me making a copy and paste error. So some of them are working. We're about 80% perfect on these languages.
Cool.
Then I'm going to document how to do it and then start putting in more languages. There are some that are not auto-translating in there, and you can actually go into any of those, and if you click a flag icon for a country that speaks the language you're looking for, it will just translate it right there on the fly for you.
Excellent.
it's really cool. So and it's great because for me, I don't make sense half the time anyway. So people to translate sometimes. I try to do everything super efficiently, but I'm a noun explainer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, that's good. Some of us need some noun splaining most of the time.
Well, in fact, it's part of my job is to learn how to not noun explain because there are all these things say that don't make any sense at all in translation. There's a whole level of technical stuff that you need to understand, and I'm maybe like 50% up there with the Noun Square team as far as understanding all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that learning for me, it's about the automatic translation. So it's learning to speak English in a way that translates well.
Exactly.
Amazing.
So the Discord is one tool that we have. We're also working on a WordPress website, and it's built out in English, but it has 2 different translation engines. So at the top of the screen, you see a bunch of different, a dozen or so languages that are provided by DeepL. And then there's also a Google Translate Dropbox. And I haven't quite figured out how to do the user interface to explain that. But if you're going in there, you can use that Google Dropbox to get to, I think, 60 other languages. So the goal there is to create onboarding materials. I've started a little vocabulary document. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to need some hands for in there. So there's a lot to do, but the infrastructure is coming together, and I love seeing that map on the events with things all over the world. It just makes me so happy.
Exactly. Proliferating all over the world.
So we're talking about a lot of different things with possibilities or minting POAPs that will be given to anybody who has proliferated nouns internationally, so that we can send those out as we discover them. A lot of artwork, because that's really the big thing. We have opened up the Discord. I want to make the Discord and the website are both. The website, there's a big onboarding process and learning curve. But the Discord events, anybody who asks, I will give access to add their events there, so that you will be able to have those going off in Discord for people to notice and go do. We're going to try to really make resources available as much as we can to everybody. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So I don't know if anybody, does anybody have any questions? I was.
Hello, everyone. I just finally managed to actually sit back down at my desk. How are we doing?
Oh, hello, Rubber Fish Girl.
Hello.
Today is a little bit hectic.
Yes. Momosi, thank you for being here. You mean the world to me, and I think of you and your ASCII art every day. I just love that. Love that ASCII art. Hey. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'd like to hear some more about that because I'm not super familiar with it.
With which?
The ASCII art.
Oh, let me go dig it up. It might still be in. Oh, and definitely, I want everybody to please comment with your projects, with your links, your tweets, everything. If we all put it in comments, and we'll have this really nice thread in there of your projects, which matter. Let's see. My motor skills are not fabulous, so I might not get the ASCII art linked, but I will definitely get it done at some point soon. And in the Discord too, because I love to proliferate that. It's just different art forms are so amazing, and I just love it. And I am rugged.
No, I can still hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like Zards can't hear us.
That may be the issue.
Give me a minute.
I wonder.
This real quick. Oh,
All right.
System DM. You said that you were working with. Are you working with the Nouns Dao Amigos at all?
Well, not officially. I was joining the Twitter Spaces the other day,
Talking,
and
I cannot hear you.
can you hear me now? Can you hear me? All right. Looks like Twitter's. All right.
Okay, it looks like I might be rugged as well because I'm
I
not
can
able
hear
to
you.
hear anybody.
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Huh.
Again.
I'm not entirely sure what.
Something's going on.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you,
Okay, cool. Well, that's something.
but I think Robot Fish Girl was rugged, and yeah. So I don't know if just I guess just let us know with emojis if you can hear us.
No, we're rugged. That makes me sad. Well,
All right.
I'm going to presume some people can hear us, and
Yeah.
what can we do here?
Cool. Well, we were talking about the Nouns Dao Amigos, which is sort of the main spaces in Spanish, and yeah, I guess not officially a part of that, but getting into it. Hopefully, I'll participate more with them too. And yeah, just trying to see everything that's out there with the nouns ecosystem. Like I said earlier, working on some nounish projects, and for now, just really excited about InternatioNOUNS and getting started with this. Like I said before, I think it's a really amazing with the art contest. I think that's for me was the most interesting part of the spaces in general, and I think bringing on people who can proliferate via art is sort of the best way, and yeah, I just think it's really cool the way it's all set up.
Cool. What visions do you have? Everybody's got all these amazing ideas.
Well, I mean, I mean, for now, I mean, I kind of take a while to think up things, but I think that just in general, I mean, I can imagine lots of people sort of becoming interested in, especially artists, becoming interested in the project and participating. It's sort of what happened to me with the Noun Square. I had heard about the nouns, and I had looked into it, but it wasn't until the Noun Square started with the art contest that I kind of felt that I had something to give and that I could get involved. And it's just a really cool way to participate. And once you participate in the contest and you're able to be a part of something like that, you that already makes you feel a part of it. And so I think that it's probably the best way to do it, and it's pretty cool. And it's a great way to create community, to get people's art out there, to get people to know each other and what everybody's doing. And then once there's a whole group of people, communing around art, then all these other ideas start to happen, and it's sort of exponential. So I can't wait to see what comes next. This first one will be the start, and it'll just get better from there.
Yes. It's been a lot of fun. Everything I don't know, the whole system just works. And I think a lot of us struggle at the beginning for various personal reasons, but I think the infrastructure is there for those of us who are like shy and awkward and stumble a lot. It's a little awkward.
Exactly.
But we get through it, and there are people just reach out. People who are like-minded just reach out. We know, I guess we recognize each other and help us through these things.
Yeah, exactly. And at first, every time you participate more and you get to know people, and it just starts getting easier, and it's easier. Then you start helping other people, and before you know it, you're already not, you're not only learning, but you're also helping other people in the ecosystem and build and all these things which you never thought you would be doing. Like it's just it's really cool. It all works out so that there's no. It really is kind of decentralized and open, and the community is super helpful. And I guess I, for example, found right away a few people who were really helpful. I mentioned them in the Noun Square spaces that I did. I really, I got a lot of help from Ryan and from Ben Bodie and from all of them, and now you, and also, so you start to feel part of it, and which is the whole point, right? To grow this into a community, and then now with InternatioNOUNS, to try to grow this even further out to all the different languages and different parts of the world that maybe weren't as able to be a part of it because of geographical or more likely language barriers. So hopefully this will help a bigger group of people come together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are there things that you're wanting to do coming soon that you could use support on?
Well, do you mean me specifically?
As long as it involves proliferation, then yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've got a ton of ideas. I have so many ideas that I need to I need to prioritize and get things done. I'm working on the hybrid nouns, but that's the one thing. And then I also have all these ideas for sort of street art projects here in DR with the noggles and sort of the way sort of my art, which is kind of op art. I've been thinking of ways to do like huge noggles to put on public walls and things like that. I also have an idea to make for scaffolding for construction buildings in the colonial zone for the colonial zone here is pretty neat. It's the oldest city in America, and I have friends that are doing renovations and remodelings, and so we're talking to them to see if we could do like nounish scaffolding signs and big billboards and all that stuff. So I have all these ideas, and I guess it's international, so it's even better if we can make it more international, and that rather than just from one place in particular, then it'll be even cooler.
Absolutely. And another point on that map brings joy to my heart.
Oh no, yeah, and also ideas with conservation. I'm a real nature guy, and I'm obsessed with plants, and I have lots of friends that are naturalists here in DR and work in conservation, and so there's all and also with like documentaries and things like that with conservation. So I have all these ideas about nounifying all that and seeing how nouns could help in that way also. So it's just tons of different things.
Oh, a bunch of new people have joined us. Thank you all for coming, and
welcome,
thank you guys.
Welcome.
Thank you guys for retweeting. And if you haven't retweeted lately, that'd be nice, as we're starting to build up, which is really lovely. Yeah. So that's cool. I really love I don't know, when the noggles work into what is there already, and it just makes it kind of feel like a very natural thing. One thing that I love about the art from Japan and certain other places is that I find that it's often a lot more family and youth oriented than what's created here in the States, which I think is really interesting. There's more of an integrated feeling, and I'm really curious about why that happens so differently there. And I just can't wait to see how different things are going to be in different communities.
That's right. I hadn't really thought about that, but that's super interesting. How every culture will kind of make it their own, and they will work on things. Certain things will be more important to them, and in other cultures, and we'll be able to see all those different versions of it. It's pretty interesting how that works. Yeah, that's very interesting.
I'm having a little Twitter stuff here. We're actually having a hurricane here, so I'm trying to get people up, but I'm having some challenges with Twitter here.
Are you in Florida?
I am in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Oh, okay. So, but near, yeah.
Yeah, we're in a really funny spot, so it either kind of funnels in on us or just sort of avoids us. And we get flooding, but the wind rarely gets to 100 miles per hour, maybe a couple times a year. It can be wild, though.
Oh, I know what that's like.
Yeah, so if my power goes out, I'm gonna lose you.
All right.
I'm so not used to taking hurricanes seriously because I grew up in Florida, and so like you know, I I was running drills for how to escape from a gator when I was 6 years old. And then it's like I see it's so funny because I still have friends in Florida, and then I'm also I'm in performance, and so a lot of my friends after I left Florida have moved to Florida because they work for Disney now, and it's so funny going on social media and seeing how people react to hurricanes because you can tell who grew up in Florida and who the transplants are
Yeah.
because there's the people who moved there going like, okay, I've got my first aid kit, I've got the windows taped, I've got water, and then there's the people who grew up there, my friends and family, going, well, I think we're going to go to the beach and get some surfing done because this is
Yeah.
only a Cat 3.
Yeah, or like thinking of what they're gonna have for dinner and drinks and stuff.
We're
Planning the
going to prepare
meals.
for a hurricane. The Florida way buys tequila.
Exactly. Yeah, but I don't know. I saw some images on the news of like two sharks swimming up the street, and I that was
This was
that
a
was
rough
pretty
one.
weird.
This was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
Cat 4 when it landed,
yeah.
which is enough to make me like, I'd take notice.
Yeah, yeah,
I might not actively go outside. Wouldn't stop me, but I might not go outside just to spot it.
yeah, yeah. It's a whole different thing when they're so big. We got a smaller one earlier, but I live up in the mountains, so we
Uh,
I'm pretty. It's the mountains are pretty protective, so I didn't get anything. Not no wind, just light rain, nothing.
yeah,
So yeah.
that's
Yeah,
how it
I
was
was
Yeah,
when
in
I was growing up in Hawaii
Florida.
too.
I
I
was in
went
Florida. My
surfing on
pops
tsunamis.
rode out Andrew all those years ago.
Oh yeah,
Pretty gnarly. He said,
that was rough.
Yeah,
yeah, completely tore down the entire house. Pretty wild.
oof.
Wow.
real
Yeah,
easy.
that's weird. Like I noticed that, for example, most of the like official construction and most construction here is all concrete blocks. So when I see the construction in Florida, I always wonder like why there's so much wood and wooden plywood and things that are so light. Um, that it's kind of I don't know why that is, but it would make more
It's
sense to
it's
build
so that
things
the
out of
house can
concrete.
fly up and then land back down again.
I guess, yeah.
It's a it's a roundabout safety feature
Yeah,
if you don't
because
think about it too hard or indeed at all.
like in our house here, we just boarded everything up. When I lived in Santo Domingo, and you worry about the streets and stuff, but you don't really worry about your house flying away. It's kind of strange, the construction. I mean, that is if you're lucky, because lots of people also don't have concrete homes and they live
Yeah.
in bad conditions. So, but in general, like most construction is set up for that. Yeah.
Right. So I see in the comments that somebody has asked, how did you guys come up with the name Noun? What was its reference?
Hmm. Wow. That
I know.
I want to hear this.
Well, it's a good thing Robot Fish Girl's here.
Exactly.
Oh, am I taking this one?
Oh yeah.
I think you're the
So
most, yeah.
why does everyone just assume I know these things?
Because you are setting up Nouns University, thus you obviously know these things.
Okay, valid. and and in this case, I actually kind of do. The concept behind it, as far as I know, um, was just I'm trying to find how it was worded because 4156 had very specific wording on this, and I don't have it offhand, and I want to see if I can find it. Because it was basically because Nouns started as a experiment. it was just like, yeah, these are just things. Like they're just it's just a thing. Like we're let's just see how it goes. And they were trying to come up with a name, and they kept coming up with thing names, like various nouns, and then it was just like, oh, why don't we just call them nouns? As far as I know, that was how it got landed on, but I have to double check. So let me look into this, and then I will get back to you.
Did it have something to do with being a person, place, or thing?
Yeah, usually mostly just things. Because you'll notice that in the noun traits, there are no, well, other than Joel, there are no people. There's and in fact that they did consider adding some more anthropomorphic heads, and then they sort of moved away from that deliberately because they wanted nouns to be neutral in their identification. They wanted anybody to be able to look at any given noun and identify with it on some level. And weirdly, that is easier to do when it comes to randomly generated collections. That is easier to do when it doesn't resemble humans.
Right, that makes sense. It's amazing,
So
all the
that's
details.
why they're all things.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I think, well, I mean, I think we notice this in most art, and especially like illustrations and with characters and stuff, is the minute you put eyes on something, right away it's got a personality, and it's like that's why the Noggles, I think, have been such a successful kind of, you know, idea with the nouns, and how just the Noggles now have become sort of the symbol and the logo of nouns, just because, you know, you can draw pretty much anything, and then the minute you put the Noggles on, or the eyes on, it's got a personality, and then the Noggles make it a noun, and it's pretty cool. Sometimes things that are not, like, with the reason for using the word noun, like sometimes, you know, when you try too hard to make it something, like if they were probably thinking of what could it be, and if they just said, the fact that they just decided, oh, they're all nouns, so let's just call it nouns, it is probably has a lot to do with its success. You know, it's just that simple.
I'm sorry, I've got an in real life thing, y'all. Keep it rolling. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think that that keeping it simple like that is part of it. It's probably part of its success. And what can be simpler than a noun? I mean, it's just a thing. So yeah, and then that also helps with proliferating, because being, you know, all the derivative projects can come out of that, and there's always a way to sort of add to the noun and create a new project and a new idea, and make it grow. So I mean, I think, regardless of whether it was a thought from the beginning, or just something that came up, or something that they sort of chanced upon, it's I think definitely responsible for a good part of its success, sort of as a brand.
Hey, Blooms, we would love to hear from you if you feel like it. You're very welcome, and assuming you aren't getting rugged.
Nah, I'm just hanging, getting some chores done right now. Just listening in.
Cool. Glad you're here. It's kind of a great day. It's a small day, and it's storming, and everybody's stuck in airports and has been sick. It's just the last 2 weeks have been really intense. So I love this bunch because it can be very relaxed, and you know, we have a lot of personalities that can go in a lot of directions. So it's just amazing to think about all that can happen. Very, very much.
Oh yeah, so I just posted up on the Jumbotron 4156's original tweet thread that spawned Nouns DAO. So this thread was what originally brought the Nounders together.
After pronouns, there were nouns.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you can
The
check
whole
out the
thread.
tweets. You can check out the tweets on nouns.center. They just
Oh yeah.
did a whole new user interface change, and it looks really good. And
Oh yeah, I saw that that got updated.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, that shows you like some of the first tweets, all that good stuff.
Hopefully we'll be able to get all that translated in the next few months or a year. That will be amazing. And I was able to put Momosi's ASCII art. Well, I linked to their Twitter, and you can follow that and get to the ASCII art that I was talking about. And Robot Fish Girl, can you pin that for me, because that part of Twitter is not working for me right now? I would really appreciate it. You're a wonderful person, and I love you.
Where did you post it?
As a comment, I hope.
Okay.
Is that a so somebody is asking if they got a gift. So there is an NFT that we will give away, and that is going to go to anyone who has retweeted this space. So I think we're probably getting ready to close soon, and I can't get my retweet picker to work either. Everything's falling on Robot Fish Girl.
Yeah, I got it.
Much.
Give me a moment. Pull it up. So, vamp.
All right. Okay, so we're going to be doing an NFT for this person who is chosen, and I'll send a tweet out about that. The person who wins, we will need you to send your wallet address to Zargs, which I will link to that profile in a bit here because I'm in from a different space than usual today. And I will send that over to you. And then sometime tomorrow or so, I will write up the details for our very exciting upcoming contest. There will be multiple winners, and those will be minted, and hopefully that will create a virtuous cycle of continuing prize money and support for our project. So little in the world is more exciting. And I don't think you can hear me.
We can hear you.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
super exciting. Can't wait.
I have absolutely no visual
Exciting.
on Twitter. Yes. No, can you hear us? We'd love to hear what you think about food nouns and international stuff, because that's a really interesting combination. If you can hear and speak, I would adore to. Okay. Either she's speaking and I can't hear. Oh,
I'm also ready to do the Twitter picker if we're ready for that.
All right, let's roll it.
Cool.
Okay. So Twitter picker has been chosen, and the winner is Caracola. It's tied. I can't pronounce the at, but yeah, Caracola with the knock, the 9 o'clock noggles in the name.
Awesome.
So
Got it.
you're gonna be followed and DM'd, and we'll make sure you have your DMs open, and we'll work out how to get you that that token.
Very cool. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Sorry, I had to load a different soundboard.
Everything had gone dark, and everything, like I couldn't click anything. It was just all grayed out. So I know that you picked somebody. Can you do a screenshot of the PFP for me?
Already on it.
Okay, you're awesome. You're all awesome. All right, so we will close it out. I think we've heard from everybody. Does anybody else have anything they want to share? Definitely DM me with all the things that I'm forgetting, because I do that a lot. And we're really excited to be launching this new contest and all the wonderful things that are happening. We can't wait to see how we can support each other, all the weird things we can do with weird technology. It's amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait either. This is going to be amazing. So just a reminder to everyone to share the room, share about InternatioNOUNS and the contest, the upcoming contest, so we can start getting more and more people to participate.
One another's contents. Like if we can receive something in English and just translate the tweet a little bit, I think that would help a whole lot. And
Exactly.
just, you know, and I'm not saying I'm good at it, but just getting into Twitter a couple of times a day and proliferating each other is really huge.
Exactly. And like you say, like if we can do it in different languages and go ahead and send it to different rooms and different places in different languages and try to spread out to other languages as well.
Yes.
Super important.
Yeah. One other thing that I'm working on, mostly with Nouns University and sort of also with InternatioNOUNS, if anybody who is not fluent in English wants to submit a prop to Prop House or NounsDAO or whatever, feel free to DM me on Discord or on here. I'm happy to go over and help with translation and naturalization. I'm fluent in
perfect.
3 languages and can me Tarzan Jane my way through about 15 others. So
yeah,
exactly. I can do all of that translation work if needed.
Excellent. Super helpful.
She's probably a little better than the automatic translators. But I want to
Only
have
at naturalization. What I do a mixture of translating with a computer and translating manually, both transliterating, and then I go through and do a naturalization pass where I basically convert the translation into something that flows well in English, which usually actually involves changing some of the entire sections around, because some things make more sense in English than they do in like French or Japanese in different orders, because we have
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's one of those hidden grammar rules where you have like acronyms and all of that in a sentence that actually applies to writing in general. So part of naturalization is actually shifting around and fully reformatting props in order to make it make more sense in a different language. It's actually kind of fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's so fun.
As I started exploring, I was trying to translate a language name into the native language and the native country name into the native language. And I realized that I had to say such and such a country or such and such a language, or I would get inconsistent results, which I thought
they're 2 different things.
Yeah. All kinds of little things like that.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Part of the fun on the website is like having, for every word, there are certain words that you have to write explicit code to not translate this. It's like nouns, for instance. We don't want to.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, or like proper names and things like that. Yeah.
And Twitter Spaces as 2 different words, so you've got like a bird chirping and a big hole.
That would make some cool AI art. Like.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
A friend took me into an AI Discord. Have you used one of those before?
They're great.
When can you post the one that you use?
I don't use any with any frequency, but I've kind of I took some of the existing AI arts from GitHub and then I put them on my own computer. So, but I'll there's a few AI Discords. I can share them with you later.
That's a rabbit hole for me. I'll never come out of, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared to go down that one.
It's a lot of fun, but it does take a lot of skill. Like if you've seen Puppet Samurai, like the things that Sam has managed to do with a combination of Photoshop and AI.
Oh, I mean, that.
It's
that art is
incredible.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's absolutely incredible. Like a lot of people, there's the, you see on socials, or at least I do, how people are like, oh, AI art just takes all of the skill out. It's like, no, it's its own skill. There's so much. I mean, some of these prompts are like, 200 words long in order to get
Yeah,
exactly what you're looking for.
yeah, that's gonna be that.
Yeah.
I
And it
can
doesn't
see
even
how
look
that's
like
gonna
English
turn
or any
into
other
something
language.
totally
Yeah,
new. Yeah,
amazing.
that's gonna be super cool. Yeah.
I did a prompt once where I was trying to do some like fantasy stuff. I ended up having to write half the prompt in Cinderin. And it
Wow.
got it.
That's awesome.
But like I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't understand Elvish.
Very cool. So I posted in the comments the link from InternatioNOUNS, which is usually one of the accounts that I run, but I'm coming in from the Noun Square today. So that's down in the link, so you can follow us to get updates about this sort of stuff. And everyone is very welcome to tag the InternatioNOUNS account with anything that has to do with local groups or translation. That which proliferates is welcome.
It's also it's up
Yeah.
on the Jumbotron along with some Nouns Dow Japan stuff. If you look at the
So
top of the spaces.
Yeah, please check the Nouns Down Japan's project. There are some really nice projects in each room in Nouns Down Japan DAO. So yeah, in terms of Japanese, I'd like to translate what's going on in InternatioNOUNS, like this art contest, to the people who is in Nouns Down Japan. Then I can translate the details to everyone. Then they can catch up the InternatioNOUNS project and also the people who is in InternatioNOUNS DAO to the Japanese DAO. So I can be a bridge. Yeah.
We are so excited about it, and so
Excellent.
Yeah.
bringing for that other
It's so
stuff.
exciting.
Yeah, it is. And I love your energy and lightness. I love having you here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me here. I'm so excited to the next project.
Which one?
Next project in nouns in the Nouniverse is
Yeah,
a
so many
broad
projects
statement.
though. Yeah, I'm so excited to everything
Yeah,
about
true.
nouns. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you all so much. And go ahead.
I've got some music. No, I was going to say I've got some music to play us out, and then we can wrap things up.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yay.
Excellent. Thanks, everybody.
Music.
You too. And anybody who was here, you can drop your wallet address in a comment below for no apparent reason. So you might receive a little gift if you do that down the road.
Excellent. Excellent.
And that's in addition to the Twitter picker winner. All right.
All right. All
So I
right.
hope.
Well, then.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna cut out here. I and I'll see you next week, and maybe even before. Word.
Spread the word.
Yes.
Proliferate.
We'll see you in the Discord.
Next week.
See you there.
See you there.
Adios.
Adios. Hasta luego.
Mata ne.
Well.